Hey, what's going on, guys? To Intuitive 717 here. I am back with another reading. We're going to dive right into a collective message around the Divine Masculine Collective. And I'll tap into the Divine Feminine's energy as well, and we'll see what's going on, because the main message I'm getting from the Masculine's energy here is they're in a mood, or I feel like you have somebody in a mood. Okay, so this could be about jealousy, okay? Like I'm hearing she's mine, or you're supposed to be mine. There's a lot of frustration as well, because we have the card here with, if you guys look closely, two masculine energies here. And this masculine is kind of focused on making love to her. And then there's the other masculine approaching with an X. And I feel like that could be their heart exposed there as well. So what I'm sensing happening with your Divine Masculine is, like, it feels like they're in a mood because they don't want to be emotionally affected by you in the way that they feel right now. They want to just let you go. The reason many of them just want to be able to let you go is because they feel your energy more than ever at this time. So that's going to resonate for those of you as well who can feel your masculine's energy around you. It feels very protective. It feels just up close and personal, right there in your energy. Okay, so I feel like many of them could be struggling with just the idea of moving on. I'm getting a song synchronicity in my head. It's Usher. You know when he says, like, let it burn? That could be a song synchronicity for a lot of your masculines right now, where it's like they need to just let this go, but they hate the thought of seeing you with somebody else, or they hate the thought of you being with somebody else. So I feel like that's what this card indicates right now, is many of your masculines could be in a mood right now because they really just can't stand the thought of you being with somebody else. And I feel like in this particular card, it's coming off as a very selfish energy. Many of them could be married. They could be in other relationships. They could be on some kind of karmic path, yet they want to maintain that control or that possession over the Divine Feminine. And I feel like they're in a mood because, like, you're your own person, Divine Feminine. They can't help but also feel like they know that they have to respect you. There's a sense of respect there. Like, they cannot cross your boundaries. They cannot bring any bullshit to you. They can't just get away with, I feel like, bad behavior, inauthentic behavior. You're a constant reminder of their character, acting with grace, acting with dignity, moving away from walking in the dark path 100% of the time. You're that mirror. So a lot of them could be frustrated because you're choosing to stand in your power. Well, let's get a goddess card. Well, we'll see where the Divine Feminines are at, but that's what I'm getting. It's like they're kind of in a mood here because part of you standing in your power is, I don't know, like there could be other suitors coming towards you. They can pick up on that energetically. They're having dreams about it. It's haunting their mind, and I feel like it's frustrating because they don't want to feel like that. Many of them just want to be happy and satisfied with the lives that they've chosen. But what happens when the path that you've chosen, you don't want to do that because there's another path there that's irritating you, it's bothering you. You want to move towards it, and moving towards it represents moving towards the Divine Feminine. So they could be really frustrated that your energy is actually pulling them in right now. Could be causing some kind of tower moment here, and I feel like their heart's exposed because jealous energy could be coming up, and it is just really eating them alive, where you're not within their grasp. Many of you have ascended in a way where they've lost their grip on you. They've lost their grip on this Divine Feminine. What's the current energy of the Divine Feminine Collective? Why you got them in a mood? Okay, so we have Goddess Athena here. You're calm and cool and collected because you have inner wisdom leading you at this time. Many of you could be seeing a lot of owls. You could be dreaming of owls. Just certain things could be coming up around this time with owls. Maybe you've been hearing them. Many of you could be in the wilderness, or you will go out, like maybe in the wilderness or the outdoors, listen for sounds of owls, but because that's going to be some kind of inner wisdom that's guiding you here to continue to stand in your own power. But you're doing it in this very peaceful way. It's like somebody can't call you out, and that's what's got them in a mood here. You know what to do, trust your inner wisdom, and take appropriate action without delay. So you taking that appropriate action is definitely, again, standing within your own power, making your own call on what it is you see fit. And maybe part of this is leaving your divine masculine behind and moving towards something that feels more fulfilling or more passionate. And that's what's maybe eating them alive, is that you don't see them in that light where, you know, your eyes are all focused on them or your heart is all focused on them. I see that this divine feminine in this position completely surrendered to something else that's making you feel safe, or something else that's bringing down your walls. And it's irritating your counterpart here, even though they convince themselves that maybe they're okay with you moving forward, and maybe that you've chosen to do that in some way, because you're surrendering here. If you guys look at the Tower card, if you want to pause the video and take a look at what the Tower card looks like in the Tarot of Sensual Magic, you're surrendering here. The position that you're in, you've surrendered to someone, you've allowed someone in. And I feel like your divine masculines, the axe represents for me like wanting to cause some kind of disruption. So also pay attention to that as well. Like many of you will feel this energy coming through as a validation if you're wanting to move forward here, but you can feel the animosity or the resentment. That's what many of your masculines could be working on right now, is the fact that, again, they want to move forward, but there's something that you're doing, divine feminine, that's caught their attention. They can't move on is basically what I'm trying to say. They're trying to, but they're realizing that can't take their eyes off of you, always paying attention to your moves. We have the Butterfly Maiden, which is transformation. You're experiencing enormous change. Yeah, because it's unlike you to be doing this, okay? But many of you might be well seasoned on the journey by now. I feel like this represents a divine feminine you've been on the journey for years, because we have inner wisdom coming up, which is you're not allowing things to hold you back anymore. Part of this, whatever's going on here, is karma. It is part of destiny. It is part of justice. The scale is balancing. And also too, divine feminines, I think I shared it in yesterday's readings as well, but many of you do have the energy of like very intuitive suitors coming towards you. So to get you in this position of surrender, I feel like it's bothering your divine masculines as well, because they know that normally you're not one to let anyone that close, but you're going through some kind of enormous change, and it's bringing in great blessings for many of you. Big Tower moment for your divine masculine, but big blessings for you. It could be rooted in regret, but it's a great time. Ooh, let's see what's falling on the ground here. It's a great time of awakening for the divine masculine through these experiences as well, because it's oftentimes the lower vibrational energy that really makes them pull their socks up. It really rocks them and shakes them up on the journey. So a lot of your masculines could be feeling a lot of lower back pain, because that's where I feel like a lot of the anger is going to be stored. Like if they're feeling really jealous of what it is you're going through right now with transformation, like a lot of you could be looking like a healthy meal. You know what I'm saying? Like food for the soul. Soul food could be a synchronicity for some of you. And they hate that somebody else is going to get to enjoy that meal, because they know that it's such a healthy meal. It's really good for you. And they're starting to realize, like, man, like I've been on takeout, you know, like I've been on unhealthy food, but it's a little too late. We have White Tara, which is sensitivity as well. So you're becoming increasingly sensitive to harsh relationships, environments, and situations. Yeah, that's what it is. Somebody else is matching your vibration, and they're angry because now for many of them it's forcing this change. It's forcing a transformation. As you transform, your divine masculines will transform. So I feel like you're rejecting them or you're blocking them in their current state, your body and your aura and your energy is telling them, like, no, you're not healthy for me. I feel like that's what's coming up in this reading, and that's what has them in a mood, because it feels like catching up to you at this time is really impossible. You're glowing as well, Divine Feminine, with this Aphrodite energy. Your inner goddess is coming out here. A lot of your Divine Masculines could be frustrated because I feel like they're seeing you in this glowing energy. It's like you're looking more youthful and more beautiful than you ever have before. And it's at a time where you're also untouchable to them, but you're also open to other suitors that are more higher vibrationally aligned to you, which is coming through. And they know it. They've dreamt of it. They can feel it. They can sense it. They can see it on you. They hate the idea of you being with somebody else, even though they know that they have to let you go and move forward. They wish that you would just sit stagnant there waiting on them to return after some kind of great transformation, but it is just showing it's not in the cards. You're looking too healthy. You're looking too fit. I feel like, all types of suitors are coming out of the woodworks for you here, Divine Feminines, really surprising many of you to show you your worth. Okay, Aphrodite as well. I'm getting a lot of Venus energy, so many of you could be fixed signs as well, where you know your worth. Okay, I wonder if Leo's fixed. I want to say like Leos, Scorpios, Tauruses, like any fixed sign, you know your worth. You're stubborn. You're not going to settle. So the universe is sending you, I feel that suitors that also know their worth as well. And it's surprising to you, Divine Feminines, what your goddess energy, your inner goddess energy is literally attracting to you or bringing towards you. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. And I feel like that's what many of you have spent time doing. Although it might have been a boring journey, you're now reaping the rewards, and you're now glowing and coming out into the open. I think we had Goddess Arakira, the blossoming card, in the past readings. But that's what's happening, Divine Feminines. Many of you are now coming out of hiding. Your inner spiritual work was not a pretty journey, but now many of you are healing. A lot of you could notice that your hair is improving, your skin is improving, you're aging backwards. It's because a lot of the heavy spiritual work, it's been done. You guys are getting an A+. You guys are getting rewarded for taking a lot of the spiritual work, going through a lot of the inner transformation, right? Healing bad behaviors. Many of you have been celibate. Many of you have been completely sober, away from substances, because you refuse to let it touch your body. Many of you, trust me, you've been doing a lot of inner spiritual work. The universe knows, Divine Feminine, that you're not stupid. They know that you've been paying attention to all the tiny little thoughts that have been creeping in, and you've been taking action diligently. You're not allowing any lower vibrational entities to whisper into your ear to make you continue along the same path. Many of you are listening to your intuition, okay? Many of you have a lot of secret superpowers as well when it comes to this healing stuff. And I feel like you're being greatly rewarded here, if you guys know what I mean. Okay, let's see what else is going on. We have Goddess Astara, which is fertility. Okay, so it's the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. Okay, so fertility doesn't always have to mean actual birth, but I do feel like you have someone here that's coming in to feed your fertility. And also, too, that's probably what else has your Divine Masculines in a mood, is that many of you aren't bothered with relationships and love and like the drama of it all. You're just too busy feeding your creativity right now. Someone's come in and sparked that creative side of you, that sexual side of you that makes you feel confident and really good. And so I feel like whoever you are, you've definitely met a suitor that is there to teach you something. They're intuitive. They may be a go-getter, a goal setter, and they really hit their goals. Like, this is something that you may have in common. That's why you've probably outgrown the connection with your Divine Masculine as well, your counterpart. And that's probably why for many of you this Tower moment is happening. I'm seeing like a triangle effect right now, but this part of the journey, or this leg of the journey, is when the Divine Feminine ends up attracting, the ultimate suitor that ends up making the Divine Masculine stop dead in their tracks on the path that they are on. So yeah, it's It's beautiful at this time, especially for the divine feminine. It's a really good time, guys, to like create, like especially with Aphrodite's energy coming up. Like do things that make you feel and like youthful. Like any like movement for the body right now is very good. Anything that feeds your creative spirit. And I wanted to say for many of you, like go back to like your high school days, like your elementary school days, and bring those things back to life, whatever that may mean for you. Okay, take that information, do what you will with it. Okay. All right, let's get some love messages now from the romance angels. And I'm gonna get one card on where your divine masculine's truth lies, and then we'll get some information as well on this new suitor here that is rocking your world, divine feminine. Okay, so let's go ahead and focus on your divine masculine counterpart here, because with this Tower card, they're definitely going through it. Okay, we started off the reading by saying this man is in a mood, and it's because you're completely in your power, in your goddess energy, and it's sexy, it's attractive. Having boundaries is attractive. Okay, so what's coming up for the masculines? Okay, so getting to know each other. I feel like they're getting to see a different side of you as well. So their bond to you is deepening. Therefore, they're ready to take this mask off. You can't be deceived. You're ready to move forward. They never thought that they'd see the day where you were ready to move forward. You know what it is? They didn't think that anything better than them was going to come along for you. That's a tough part of the journey to face for many of the masculines, but it's also very humbling as well for many of them. Okay, and a big thing I have been talking about is respect for the divine feminines. Many of them are seeing that, okay, it's really weird to say this, divine feminines, but like a lot of your divine masculines, they do carry that charge within them, that divine masculine energy within them, if they evolve. Okay, the moment they start swerving off the path with karmic energies, little by little they end up losing some of that divinity here. And I feel like you constantly represent staying on that divine path. So, many of them are forced to really take this mask off in front of you, and that's like the respect. It reminds me of like when you sit down at a table and like men take their hats off. I feel like, with anybody else, they don't bother to do that and just sit at the table, slouch, whatever. But when it comes to you, they will take that hat off and sit at the table and look at you with vulnerability and honesty. And so that is the place that I feel like many of them are at right now, where they're being forced in some way to humble themselves, admit to themselves that you really do have a deep effect on them, and that is the power of the woman. That is why they're having so much respect for you at this time, because they're starting to realize like the power of the woman. Okay, your love life is engaging to a higher level of commitment. You're earning a higher level of commitment, divine feminine, because I feel like slowly many of you are showing them the power of the divine feminine, her ability to be able to get into his heart space. Nothing else can get into his heart space like you, divine feminine. Sometimes I feel like, not even sometimes like the universe or, our angels, spirit guides, God can get your divine masculine's attention. But you, on the other hand, the woman, you can certainly get his attention. So, many of you don't take this journey for granted and don't take the connection. Don't think that you're masculines. This is what I'm trying to say. Don't think that you're masculines for a second. Take this connection to you for granted, because unlike anything else in this entire world, you are their divine feminine. Okay? Nothing causes transformation like you. Okay? And whatever is going on here, believe me, it is causing some kind of transformation, because the bond, the love that they feel for you, it feels more real than ever, because you're definitely evoking some kind of mood here in this man. Okay, let's see what this new love has in store for you that maybe has him bothered. Okay, so we have forgiving and learning. Many of you could be in a place of forgiving yourself and moving forward on the journey, taking things as a lesson. And when you do forgive, and when you honestly take it from a place of optimism, like the song Hopeful, I think it's Hope or Hopeful by Twista and Faith Evans. Hopeful for today. Take this music and use it, let it take you away. Okay, and be hopeful, and he'll make a way, okay? So as you release and heal the past, you experience love in your present moment. So that's why many of you are attracting new love, Divine Feminine, is because whatever your masculines here, whatever journey you've been on with them, you've gotten to that place where you're just grateful for the lessons, but you're ready to move forward. And when you naturally heal and forgive, and you're not doing it out of a place of just wanting to rush things, I feel like this represents many of you genuinely taking time to heal in solitude, being alone, feeling heartbroken, feeling like you want things to change so bad, but they can't, and you just have to sit with the pain. For those of you who have done that and experienced genuine forgiveness and learning, now you're experiencing a new connection that feels like this could be the one, or this is the way this new love could be feeling towards you as well, which is why they don't want to stop pursuing you. They don't want to take no for an answer. They want to keep pulling those walls down to get closer to you. And I feel like trust could be a big thing. The universe is saying, hey, hello, I'm sending this to you. Okay, this situation is calling for you to have faith. Divine Feminine, have faith on your journey at this time. Okay, all is well. So if you guys would like a quick check-in with me, if you would like just a quick part 2 to this reading, check me out on Wisio, okay? The comment section will have it pinned, and I also have it in the description box as well for you guys to click if you would like a quick check-in after this reading, okay? If you guys want a private one-to-one session, you would like to talk or text with me, check me out on hipsy.com. All of my links are in the bio. And of course, if you guys would like to join the channel memberships, I'd love to have you guys there. There's a whole other library full of readings in there for you. And if you guys are channel members, I've added a new reading. I've added a new reading over to Wisio.com. So anybody who is part of the 18 plus extended membership, there is a special price on there for you guys for readings in general. Okay, so I love you guys. Take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, take care, guys. Bye.